In the given equation, p is a constant, any number. The equation has no solution. What is the value of the p? So this is really good questions. No solutions. If you remember from our videos, if like 0 equals 0, we said infinity many solutions or all real numbers. If like 0 equals 2 or any two numbers, 3 equals 5, whatever, in this kind of case, we said there is no solutions. Okay? So if there is no solutions, it means you shouldn't have any x variable in the equations. It should be cancelled out. So that's why these two values must be cancelled out. So negative 3x and then 21 px. The coefficient of here, it is negative 3. So this should be positive 3. If this is positive 3, they can be cancelled out. Okay? So 21p equals 3. P equals 3 over 21. It's 1 over 7. If p is 1 over 7, you cannot solve this equation. No solutions. So these two value will be cancelled out. Don't forget, has no solution and infinity many solutions. Now the function of f is defined above, number 18. Okay. What is the value of the x does when fx reach its minimum? Okay, this is really a good question also. So minimum, maximum. So you know that this is parabola. In parabola, we have a, let me just draw it. We have a two choices. It can be like that, up, down, or up, right? So if the parabola is up, this one will be the minimum value because the others it's increasing, it's a maximum. If it is down, this will be the maximum value because it goes to negative infinity. So what is the meaning of max and minimum? Max and minimum, it reminds me always peak point or vertex. Now let's clean here. I am interested for the vertex. Okay? Vertex, which is H and K. So in the vertex, H value is my x-axis, y is the K is the y-axis, y value. So the minimum value, maximum value always will be the value of the y, which is K. I am interested for the K value. So in this parabola, if you expand it, so it's going to be, if we can use FOIL method, first, outer, inner, last, x squared minus 10x plus minus 13x minus 3x plus 3x minus 130. Okay? So let me double check this one to make sure everything is okay. Yes. Now here we can find the vertex, which is h equals minus b over 2a. It's going to be minus 3 over 2. If you plug in minus 3 over 2 in the equation, you can find the value of the k. So minus 3 over 2 square plus 3 times minus 3 over 2 minus 130. So when you do this one, you can probably, let me just do my calculation. Okay, you can find the value of this one. Okay, so it will be the correct answer. So here, okay, but let's just stop here for a while. The correct answer will be this one because, as I said a while ago, you have to read very well the questions, which I didn't really focus here. What value of x does f x reach the minimum, which is the value of the k, not the value of the y. So that's why the correct answer is this one. I am interested for the x-axis, which is h value. I thought we are looking for the minimum value. If it says the minimum value, so then we have to find this one. So maybe it will be a fraction and log solution. Okay. Now Let's continue with next questions. The function is giving here. So a metal ball height above the ground, f of x in inches, x seconds after it started moving on track where x is less than between 0 and 10. Which of the following is best interpretation of the vertex of the graph? Now let's see this one. So if you remember, we have a formula or equation of parabola a times x minus h square plus k. H and K is the vertex, so vertex will be 7 and 3, right? So between 7 and 3, it means if I have a parabola, it's this, let's say this is my 7, this is 3, this is my vertex. Somehow my parabola will be like that. I am not sure, I'm just drawing like that. This is just estimation, okay? So, which of the following best interpretation vertex of the parabola? So, vertex is 7 and 3. So, the metal ball is ball's the minimum height was 3 inches above the ground. So, this is the y value. Yes, this is the minimum value 3. I think, yes, this is the exact answer we are looking for. Okay. Will be the correct answer. Let's see the letter B, C, D. The metal ball's the minimum height was 7 inches. No, it's 3. The metal ball height was 3 inches above the ground when it started moving. No, because it's like moving in here. The metal ball's height was 7 inches. No, that's definitely it's not 7 inches. Exact answer is letter A. So number 20, in the right triangle, GKL. Sorry, this is not right triangle. We don't know yet. We have given the cosine value. The angle J is the right angle. Now we can say this is right angle. Now let's draw it. So this is my right triangle. This is angle J. This is K. This is L. All right. So 24 over 51. So this is a decimal. 24 over 51. I think you can simplify this one. Divide by 3, 8, and 17. Very good. So cosine K. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 8. This is 17. From Pythagorean theorem, you can find here if you see x value. Or I just remind you 3, 4, 5 special triangles, 5, 12, 13. I told you this one in the videos. The other one is 8, 15, and 17. So definitely this value will be 15 if you use Pythagorean theorem. Now, I am interested for cosine L. Cosine L, the other angles here. Okay? So the cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. You know Sochata. Okay? You know this formula. So we are interested for this. We will use this formula here. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine L will be 15 over 17. This is the final answer. So if you are confusing, you can Google it for this cosine sine. You can see, I think it's formula sine opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent opposite over adjacent. This is the formula. So we are interested with the middle one, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is hypotenuse 17. Okay. Now let's continue with number 21. In the given equation, b is a constant integer. The equation has no real solution. What is the greatest possible value of b? Oh, that's really good questions. This is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation has no solution. We can use quadratic formula. We can look for delta less than 0. Okay. You know the delta discriminant formula is b squared minus 4ac. So b squared minus 4 times a is here negative 1. B is C is negative 26, 26. Should be less than 0. Okay, let's double check it everything. Okay, it's correct. So b square minus minus plus plus minus minus, when you multiply 2704 less than 0, b square less than 2704. From here b must be somehow less than, if you can use calculator, I think it's like 52, 53 somethings. I think 52 somethings. So less than 52 something. So the greatest possible value, maybe it's 51 point somethings also. So the greatest value will be 51. Okay, you can use your calculator. So just to make sure about that. Let's continue with number 22. Here is given at two lines. So the first line is the x plus 4y equals negative 16. So the second line is y equals 2. So maybe you cannot see clearly. This is y equals 2. So this is the other line. So two lines can intersect at one point. Here is the intersection point is given here, like 8 and 2. So is this really a part of solution or not? So this is just a draft plot. We are not 100% sure. We have to just test it, okay? Since 8, 2, so 2 is on the other line, it's okay. Let's just check this point. Is it going to verify this point or not? So x plus 4y equals negative 16. We plug in these points here. So 8 plus 4 times 2 equals negative 16. This will be 16. 16 equals negative 16. Is this correct? No. You know that if two expressions are not correct, there is no solution. Which is no solution? Zero solution. Okay? Don't misunderstand here. You can think that this is the answer they are intersect. This is just a draft plot. Okay? We don't know. But they don't intersect for this one. Now, so they intersect, sorry, they intersect at one point, definitely 100%, but this point is not 8, 2. This is different point. So if you are interested, what is this point? I can tell you, y is 2, 4 times 2, 8. It's negative 24. It should be negative 24 and 2. In this point, they have to intersect. Then I can say there is exactly one solution. But 8 and 2 is not part of this solution. That's why a while ago I told you, try to read question very well, the last part, what you have to find it, okay? Now, let's continue with next example. This is exponential growth is given us the formula here, right? So you can just see it. The function, okay, f values in dollars, the certain piece of equipment after X months used. So after X months used, the value of this things, maybe it's kind of depreciation. So you remember in exponential growth, the first one is the initial, second one is the rate, the third power is the time. This is initial. The rate, we are interested rate right now. What is the value of the p? P percent decrease. The rate is always 1 plus r. Okay? So if it is increasing, this will be 1 point somethings. If it is decreasing, 1 minus somethings. Since this is decreasing, it's 1 minus percentage. Let's say p percentage. This is equal 6.64. So when you solve this equation, 30.36 will be p percentage. So p will be 36. The correct answer is letter C. Actually, it's very easy. I just try to give you some explanation here. So number 24, we have given here some points, data set A. So there are 15 values here. The values are 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. So we are adding each of the data set 56. Okay. the number of 56 add value, adding each of data set, it will be the data set B. We are creating this one. So what will be the following medians and range change comparing to A and B? So since we are adding the values are going to increase. Definitely median of the data set B will increase 100%. Okay, it will increase the median. So what is the median here? There are 15 values. It will be the 8 values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the median value is 23. When you add 56 each of them, so it will be increased. Maybe 56 plus 23, like 79. Okay. But the range equals max minus minimum. Since whatever you added, you add both of the minimum and maximum value. When you subtract them, this will not be changed. So range will not change, the medians will increase. So based on this, my interpretation, I'm just checking the choices. Letter A, letter B, letter C. I think the median of B is greater than data. Okay, that's correct. They have equal range. Yes, correct answer is letter C. 25. The equation of circle is given. Okay. So if we shift it by circle A 2 units down, we will get circle B. What will be equation of the circle B? So you know this one from the previous topics. Let's draw this circle. So 0 and here 1. This is my center. This is my radius 7. 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, 1. This is my center. So it means that this circle is on the y-axis. Okay, some things like that. Let me try to better. So the radius is 7. Since this is 1, this will be like 0.8. This will be like 0.6. So if you move this one 2 units down from 0, 1, 0, 0, the center will be 0, negative 1. So 2 units you move down, this will be somehow like that. Okay. So that points will be like a 6, this will be like a negative 8. So I'm just moving down. So as you see, the centers is now 0, negative 1. So x squared plus y minus minus 1, y plus 1 squared. But the radius never ever changes because we are just moving the circles. So based on this information, the correct answer will be, I think, letter D, yes. So 26. 26 is one of the tough questions. Let's try to solve it. We have two identical rectangular prism, each have height 90 cm. Base of each prism is square. The base square. Surface area is each of prism K. If the prism are glued together along the square base, the resulting prism has surface area is this one. Okay, what is the side of the length of the square base? If we say square base is x, okay, so let's try to solve this one. So if we glue each of them, so each of them surface area is kk, so the two it will be 2k the surface area. When you do glue each of them, this two square prism, you will not count the surface area, the base, to one you are gluing each other, right? There are two sides to the bases you glue each other. You don't count this one anymore. From each rectangular prism, x times x will be x squared. So two bases will be glued each other. We cannot see them as a in total area of this surface area. So it's going to be minus x 2x squared, 2x squared. So this is 92 over 47k. Okay. Now we can solve this basic equations. Transport this one here, 4794, 2k over 47 equals 2x squared, 2 cancel. So k equals 47x squared. This is my first finding. Now I am going to continue here. Each prism has a height is 90 cm. Okay. Since the height of each rectangular prism is 90 cm, the side of the length of square we said x. So this will follow the area of each square base x squared. We already know this one. So the lateral face will be 90x. Okay, 90x lateral face. So we have a 4 lateral face. So 4 times 90x, 360x. This will be lateral area. Okay. Let me just continue here my solutions for you. So the substituting right now, we have now the base area. The surface area of each rectangular prism can be represented by surface area. We can 2x square surface area, base and upper base and lower base, plus 360x, right? This will be my total area of the prism. This is two base area, this is the lateral area. So this is equals to K because it was saying each of them has the area is K, but K is 47x squared. So when you solve this equation, this one and this one, 45x squared minus 360x equals 0. From here, when you solve this quadratic equation, x equals 0, x equals 8. So the correct answer will be 8 here. This is really one of the tough questions. I believe in that if you solve these questions, you will get more scores in SAT because most of students are going to fail in these questions. All right, let's do the last questions. The 210 is p% greater than 30. What is the value of the p? So 210 will be equals 1 plus p over 100 or 100% times 30. We solve this equation. Simplify. 7 equals 1 plus p over 100. So 6 equals p over 100. So when you make a cross multiply, p equals 600 as the power. This one, the final answer. All right, we are done this module 2, and we will continue with the other practice tests. Thank you for watching.